Yo, it's your boy Jen. On today's video of the ICHINOSE Family Daily Since chapter 38. And yeah, kind of a good old chapter here, so let's just get right into it. So yeah, at first we see Tsubasa, and he's been thinking about his old family, and that Ayano and Kenta remind them a lot of their old family. And he kind of has like a lot of questions that he's been asking Sota. And it's like, how did we end up in this crazy mess to begin with? What went wrong? Why did they change? Why did they leave? Etc. Etc. And Sota's big answer was because they were family. It's because they had like a lot of problems, and they will take each other for granted, is what he says. And they didn't really didn't they gave no respect for him or Tsubasa or for his dreams. So yeah, the relationship got ugly, and they were just so different. And he would rather trust more of Kenta and Ayano more, these strangers, than his own family. And maybe that's like some kind of message that this manga has been trying to say. Even though you're related by blood, doesn't mean you have to be family or something like that. I don't know. And then later on, we get to see that Tsubasa, he wants to tell Sota that Kenta was bullying this kid or just punching him. And yeah, Kenta didn't want this to happen because things are probably gonna change for him. But then we get a flashback of how when Kenta was before this, and yeah, he would just punch people for no reason, or just that he would punch people just if they upsetted him. And we got to see his mother, and she would just tell him to stop hitting him. And yeah, it looked like Kenta just starved for attention as a kid, and they said that he was lack of nurturing. So yeah, we go back into like the present time, and we go back to that kid that Kenta was bullying. And yeah, he seemed like a really nice kid. He was really nice. He thought he was actually helping Kenta, but he's just a kid, so he's very naive and he doesn't really know better. And yeah, Kenta just started to punch him, probably because he got accepted again. But the kid, he thought he thought it was fine because he knew that his mom didn't love him enough, so it thought it was fine for him to punch him. And he will punch him a lot of times. And yeah, it was getting really bad, and this is basically assault. And yeah, Sota saw this, and yeah, he kind of was in trouble. And yeah, and then we go back to the flashback, and we get to see how his mom would treat him. And she will punch him the way he will punch the kids, saying that this is what they feel when you hit them, so you better stop. So yeah, she was like a abuser, is what it seems like. And maybe this is why he's been like this, because of his bad mother. And yeah, Sota was trying to see if there was like any explanation of why he hit this kid very brutally. You know, he was saying there must have been a reason why you hit him like this, right? And we really don't get an answer from him. He just jumps on Sota, and he looked like he's very like sad, and he's crying. And there's like a black screen here, and it seems like someone said sorry, and it looked like it was Kenta. And that is the end of the chapter, guys. So yeah, guys, so yeah, that's the end of the chapter. I would say an interesting thing here is that a very interesting thing is Sota has this fake family, right? And they always ignore like the bad things or the negative things, and all they want to care about is the only happy things. And I disagree what he's doing here. You can't just ignore the bad things of life. I wish you can, but you really can't. It's impossible to ignore all of it. And there's some real consequences when you ignore things like this. Like, just imagine like how Kenta is now. He really severely injured that kid because you were neglecting like his way of like spoiling him. And because of that, he kind of is I don't know if he's going to go in jail, but realistically he would have been in jail no matter how old he is. I mean, what that kid, his face was very brutally, so you can't just ignore all the bad things. You have to face them like a real family, like what their real family was really doing. And you can't just really run away from your problems and stuff like that. I really like the theme of it. They're very interesting here. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on the theme and the story here. We are like 38 chapters in, and it's been a long ride. It's almost this whole year been doing this family ICHINOSE Daily Sense. So yeah, guys, be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Peace.